Hello, everyone. So glad you've joined us for yet another NFRW Bite Sized Tools, a program only for you, our members. Bite Sized Tools gives you timely information to help you administer and grow our state federations and local clubs. And it's all done in bite sized portions and in only 30 minutes. This series is produced by your NFRW Program Committee. I'm Ann Shockett, Program Chair and NFRW Past President. I'd like to thank my wonderful Vice Chair, Nancy Almasi, and my talented bite-sized co-producer, Michelle Odom. And a big shout out to all our Program Committee members. Deepest appreciation to Political Director Nikki Beaver, an essential part of this series, and of course, to President Julie Harris for giving us the opportunity to offer bite-sized tools. And speaking of Julie, today's topic is all about our exciting upcoming 43rd Biennial Convention over which she presides. Our biennial convention is the highlight of each and every term. It's something our members from across the nation look forward to with the greatest anticipation. To experience unparalleled networking with like-minded Republican women, to see old friends and also make new ones, and to exercise our membership responsibilities and be an important part of doing the business of the NFRW as delegates. You planned way ahead of time to attend and enjoy Orlando and all it has to offer. So we have the convention committee here to give you all the juicy details of what to expect. And who better to start off than the president herself? I'd like to do a little introduction and let you know a little more about President Julie Harris. Julie has been an exceptional leader in the NFRW on the local, state, and national levels. She's been a dedicated public servant for many, many years. During the 2014 presidential election, she was Arkansas Field Director for the Women's Speak Out PAC, which is a project of the Susan B. Anthony List. In 2016, she worked for Trace Strategies, which played a key role in assisting Republican wins in the battleground states. Julie herself organized and led a team that knocked on over 40,000 doors in Pennsylvania, helping to win it for President Trump and Senator Toomey. For over 20 years, Julie has managed campaigns for a host of Republican candidates. She's been secretary for her state party, second vice chair for the 3rd CD, and 2 terms first vice chair for her county committee. She was delegate to the last 3 RNC conventions and served twice on the platform committee. And I personally know, as a past president, that one of the greatest joys that she is going to have is going to be presiding over our convention. President Julie Harris.
Thank you, Ann, and thank you for hosting Bite Sized Tools for us. We are looking forward to Orlando. So I want to just get started with talking about our great early bird registration. And this is something that is made possible by the Executive Committee and the Board of Directors. As you know, Ann, at our last board meeting, we discussed this and it was agreed upon. We all agreed that we wanted to offer a drastically reduced registration fee for 3 weeks. We have heard from our members and we know that more would come if we could make it more affordable. So until July 2nd, registration is $300. Now, most conventions we've had have been close to 500, 450, 485, and it was pushing that. And it's not cheap to have a convention, but we believe that it is worth the NFRW to invest in this way so more members can come. Now, I want to stress that after July 2nd, it returns to normal prices and it is significantly higher. And I want to go over those prices with you. So from June 9th until July 2nd, it's $300. From July 3rd until July 14th, it'll go up to $499. Late registration, August 15th until August 16th is $575. And from September 16th until actually You can still register on site, but it is $640. So it is very important for you guys to get that early bird registration in. Sorry to say it's firm. That date is firm, and our system will switch over and will not be able to make any exceptions. We're also offering a great workshop prior to convention. And this workshop is Leading with Confidence, Effective Meetings and Conflict Resolution. That will be held on Thursday. Our speakers and presenters are fantastic. Some of you know CJ Cavan from attending some of our meetings. It will be CJ, Al Gage, and another parliamentarian from the RNC. All three of these individuals are a certified parliamentarian with proper credentials, and they currently work with the RNC, and they have designed a great workshop to help us have effective meetings and specifically target conflict resolution, because we have heard from our members, and especially from our club presidents and state presidents, that they would like to see us speak more on that topic. That is also given to you at a reduced rate of $50. Typically, that particular class taught by these three individuals would be, I believe they said 150, but they're giving us a good deal and we're passing that good deal on to you all. So it's $50. We are almost at half capacity, and for that particular workshop, the room can only hold so many. So don't delay, get set up for that. I want to go over credentials real quick with you. So club must be in good standing to be represented at the convention. Good standing in regards to convention means this: clubs chartered before January 1st, 2025. So that means you were chartered in 2024 or earlier. You must have paid your club fee and dues for a minimum of 10 members for both 2024 and 2025 before June 28th. So that deadline's coming up. Make sure you get that in for 2025. Clubs chartered this year in 2025 had to be chartered by March 27th. You had to have your club fee paid and a minimum of 10 members paid by March 27th. If you've done that, then you're entitled to one delegate and one alternate for your club. Typically, the club delegate is the president, but that's not a requirement. Check with your club bylaws to see what your club, how your club dictates how you elect your delegate and your alternate. We do recommend you do that at the same meeting and be prepared in case something should happen and your delegate can't attend. Club presidents will report the names to their state president, and that'll be set up by your own state federation, and then your state federation will notify us. States get a minimum of 5 at-large delegates in addition to their club delegates. Plus, they get 1 for every 500 members they have or fraction thereof. So if you have 600 members in your state federation, you get an additional delegate, therefore you get 6. Now, let's say you have 800 members in your state federation. That is more than half of the next fraction of 500. So you get 2 delegates. You get your 5 plus 2. So your at-large delegates, you get 5 at large, then you get so many based on your membership. And as you all know, state presidents are automatic delegates, so don't take up a spot as a delegate at large because you're an automatic delegate. So are your board members and your past NFRW presidents. Deadlines to remember: June 28th, club certification on final club memberships are due from state presidents. August 28th, club delegates alternates are due from state presidents. September 7th, state at-large delegates and alternates are dues from state presidents. These deadlines are posted on the NFRW website. If any of this is confusing, please reach out to credentials@nfrw.org. That's credentials@nfrw.org. If you get confused, just call the office. We'll get you directed to the right spot. Last thing, Ann, and then I'm going to turn it back to you. We have some excursions, and we had hoped to have that up, but we're still working out some finer details. We are looking to have 2 excursions. Most likely, those would be on Wednesday and Thursday And so if you're looking to do a really cool, those are additional costs. If you're looking to do one of the wonderful excursions that shows off Florida, then you will want to make the proper travel arrangements. We will get that out as soon as possible. Probably not this week in Capital Connection, but next week. Please, please read your Capital Connection. Open it every week. There's all kinds of good information. Very last thing, we have a wonderful app that will be in this week's Capital Connection. Many of you are already signed up for that app. This will be our primary way that we communicate with you at convention. We did this for the RNC convention. It worked great. Think of it like this. How many of you guys are on group texting or email chats with your family, and one person will send something and then you get a ton of replies? It's a little bit easier than that. This will be just the NFRW doing a push notification through the app, and you won't get all those annoying replies. So it's a great way for us to stay connected with you and to remind you when certain things are coming up, and also a good way for you to stay up with some of our pictures, as you'll be able to link through that to our social media. And I think that's all I've got, Ann. I'm going to turn it back to you. That
Well,
was a
talk
lot.
about a bite-sized portion. That was a big bite. Thanks so much, Julie. This term's convention is definitely going to be a do not miss. And folks, if you haven't already registered, do so. It is a fantastic price, and let all your friends know that. So, talking about push notifications, I am pushing you right now to go and register. And now it's my pleasure to welcome back to Bite Size Tools, Martha Jenkins. Martha is NFRW First VP and coordinator of the 2025 Convention Committee. She served 3 times on the National Executive Committee. She's director of Region 4, which includes Kansas, New Mexico, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas. And if you're from one of those states, hello there, gals. Martha is the advisor to the NFRW Campaign Committee and also the Legislation and Research Committee. She is chair of the Ledge Committee, vice chair of the PR Committee, member of the Resolutions Committee, and a sergeant at arms. She does it all. Martha was president twice of North Carolina FRW. And one of the highlights of her federation time was when in 2007, she received the coveted NFRW Ronald Reagan Leadership Award for Extraordinary Leadership. Here's Martha Jenkins.
Hello, ladies. I'm so excited about Orlando, and I hope that you are. One of the things that I want to talk to you about has been highlighted in the Capital Connection already. I hope you have seen it. It's the summer of sponsorships. So we are encouraging our clubs to go online. There's a link right from our website. And if you can't find it, you can shoot me an email. I'll tell you where to find it. But your clubs can sponsor the convention. For every club or person that sponsors at $100 or more, we have a special commemorative pin that you will receive. Also, the contest comes into play at the $250 level. So for every $250 raised by your club, you get a chance to win a free registration to the convention and also to the Regents event. So I really encourage our clubs to participate in this contest. As you know, the board of directors put a lot of thought into getting this price down to $300 for you. But ladies, we have to make up as much of that as we possibly can with sponsorships. So we do want our clubs and some of you as individuals to go in and sponsor. I know I already have. You all know my motto is the speed of the leader is the speed of the gang. So I've done it, and I want you all to do it as well. And just as a side note, if any of you have any people that you know that would like to help sponsor the convention, please feel free to have them contact us because we are looking for convention sponsors. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is our pin trading. I'm sure a lot of you have been to conventions before, and you know that you bring pins from your state federation to trade with other states. And this is a great way for you to meet other people that are at the convention to trade the pins. And Barbara,
I've got a couple here. I don't know if you can see. This one is from Indiana. We've got California here. And this is so much fun, ladies, for your members of your state to get to know the women from around the US, because we're all like-minded, and this gets it gets everyone talking amongst each other. Thank you, Martha.
I'm glad that you thought to bring that because I didn't have mine with me. But that is one of the most fun things about the convention is the pin trading. I also want to let you know, again, always watch your Capital Connection because we have some very special products that will be for sale shortly. We have some specially designed buttons that are going to be $4 each or 3 for 10. And you can order those ahead of time. They'll be shipped to you and you can bring them to convention. We also are in the process of designing some t-shirts that will also be for sale. And during the month of July, there's going to be a 2-week period where we have a special flash store open for you. Again, just watch your Capital Connection for these announcements, and they will be pushed through on the app. So just pay attention to all the information we're sending out for you. And I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Martha. That was really important information. And I'm trying to think of how many conventions you and I have actually attended together. This one will be very, very special. And as Martha said, this is a perfect time to show our support, not only by attending, but also sponsoring the event and buying our beautifully designed products, which I know you will cherish for a very long time. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Barbara Price, President of the Florida Federation of Republican Women. Barbara has been a lifelong Republican and involved in the FFRW since 2011. In the Federation, she's held many prominent positions on the local and state levels, such as club president for 6 years and state, district rep, and district executive on the state level. Barbara has managed many political campaigns, and as for herself, she's run successfully for elected office twice. She's a state committee woman of Lake County, and she has been chair of Congressional Caucus 11 on the Republican Party of Florida's executive board. So with that, I'd like for all of us to welcome Barbara Price.
Thank you, Anne. We are so excited to host the convention in Florida again. Just so that y'all know that it is our 75th anniversary for Florida Federation. So we're excited that you're coming to kind of celebrate with us and the national. I would recommend that we are the Sunshine State. And bring your families. There's so much for your family that can do while you're in meetings and meeting with like-minded women. The excursions are going to be great. You're coming to a state where our president lives. You're coming to a state where we have the greatest governor in the whole United States. I can't think of a better state to have the national convention at. Like I said, we are so excited to host you. My members are ready, my members are ready to work very hard for you to make sure that you are equipped with everything that you need for the area that you're at. And if you ever have any questions before you get here, you can always email or call me. I'd be glad to answer any of the questions for you.
Okay. Righty. So I want to thank you, Barbara. And I also want to thank all your fabulous FFRW members who are going to be essential volunteers helping out at the convention. This is one of the elements that helps this incredible event run so smoothly. So please let everyone know ahead of time how much we appreciate all their efforts. So we've gotten some fantastic insights as to what to expect for the 43rd, yes, 43rd biennial. Now it's time to open up to you, our members, and ask you Is there anything you'd like for us to elucidate? Is there anything that we have not covered that you'd like to talk about? Please put your questions in the chat. I know that Nikki has been monitoring the chat. Nikki, we had some questions that were emailed to us, but have you seen any particular emails, questions in the chat as of now?
Yes, the first one, and I believe this one will go to Julie. There is some concern that the hotel block is full.
So the block is not full. There may be a night that is getting close to being full. I was trying to keep up with the chat. It looked like some were saying it wasn't full, some were saying it is. I did check right before we started. It's not full. If you're having trouble with the particular night, we'll check on that. We'll troubleshoot it. It should be fine, but please email me. And if you know Carol's email, you can email her, but if you don't, just email me if you're having trouble with your hotel room and I'll get it to the right staff. They can help you. But as of right now, we're still good. It may just be a glitch on one particular night. Hope that answers it.
Anything else, Nikki? Do you want to?
Yes,
Okay, great.
we've got well, 6 more.
Oh, my.
So we'll try to do them quick so we can get through all of them. So the Thursday workshop is not included in the registration fee. Julie, I think that's you.
That is correct. It's $50. It's when you register for convention, you'll see that you'll need to pay for that. That is not included in your registration.
Okay, next question. Is there an agenda yet? Trying to decide about how many days to take off.
So we don't do an agenda for convention, we do a program, and we have a tentative agenda online, and that's all that we can give at this time is what the tentative agenda is. So that's why we talked about excursions at the beginning of this program. If you want an excursion, you'll need to include that. That'll be either Wednesday or Thursday, but please go online and look at the tentative agenda. If you have trouble finding it, reach out to Martha or myself, and we'll make sure you get the link from the website.
Okay, since we've got a few more that have rolled in while we're talking, but I'm gonna combine these next two.
Good.
Do we have any info about the Regent event, when and where, and will spouses be able to attend Regent event if they are registering for the convention and paying for the event?
So the Regents event does cost, it costs the Regents and it costs per guest. That is also on your registration fee. We have not rolled out exactly what we're doing yet. I think they do have the tentative date. Again, that is on, should be on your registration page, but I know it's on the website. But no, we do not have, we're not ready to roll out those details just yet.
May I just interrupt for 1 second, Nikki? Ladies, we have an incredible website. As a matter of fact, last month during Bite Size Tools, Lisa showed us the resources that were available to you on our NFRW website. So sign into the website and go to the convention because you're going to find that's a tremendous resource for a lot of questions you may have over the next coming weeks. Anyway, Nikki, please go ahead.
Okay, and I have put the link to the specific convention page in the chat multiple times, so it is there easily for you to grab. Okay, next question. Is the convention app a separate app from NFRW's or the same?
Say that one more time.
Is there a separate convention app or is it on the NFRW app?
I'm going to let you answer that one, Nikki.
Okay, it is all one app. And so it's just the NFRW app. So if you go to your app store and type in Republican Women or NFRW, it'll come up and you can download it. We have it for Apple, iOS, or whatever the other one, I was just get Samsung or whatever the other ones are. So it's available there. And we're going to use it just to keep you, notified on as things are going. Okay, we have
That'll be
another.
in the Capital Connection, how to download it.
Yes, I'll have a how-to video that'll be in the Capital Connection for the foreseeable future. Okay, next question. Please talk about the PIN process. Does club president order or does our state federation provide clubs to the clubs?
Martha, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll be glad to take that one. Yeah, I'll be glad to take that one. Check with your state president. I know most of the times the state president orders them and your state federation will pay for them and then distribute to the delegates and alternates that are attending the convention. But if you're not a state president, check with your state president and see what your state is bringing. I did see somebody was asking about a source for them. I would say check with some of your other state presidents. I know that Texas always brings pretty pins. North Carolina has a pretty pin. So just check with some of your other state presidents.
And I don't know, it might be helpful, Nikki, if we give our vendor, I certainly don't make anything, no matter if you use our vendor or not, but we feel like we have found a good vendor, and she's a Republican woman, and I feel like her pins are really reasonable. So we're happy to share that. I hate to do this to you, but you probably just need to email Nikki and she can get you a vendor list of who we use.
Put my
Nikki,
email in the
yeah.
chat for ease here.
If you're interested, you may have your own vendor, but
And I know the answer to this, but I think the last question that we have so far is any teasers of who's going to be speaking?
well, we ask the absolute best and the highest level of our leadership, but we cannot roll out any announcements until we have confirmation and until our speakers give us permission. Obviously, the more we're able to announce, the better it helps our registration. So believe me, we want to be announcing just as quick as you guys are wanting to hear, but it's a process. We're hopeful.
I have a couple.
Okay, and
Oh, go right ahead, Nick.
so sorry. So for those who need help with the hotel link, or any credentials, can you give that email address again, Julie?
Just
And I'll type in the
credentials.
chat.
Credentials@nfrw.org.
Okay, sorry. Go.
Oh, sure. Now, we've been emailed a few questions as well, and this deals with the actual meeting. We know that delegates get a vote. Can just anyone voice an opinion or question at the convention floor mic? Who would like to answer that, Julie?
Well, Martha or I, either one could answer it, but or you, Ann, you know the
I
answer.
know, but I'm leaving this up.
Delegates, only delegates may speak from the podium or from a mic.
And the next one is, where can somebody find the documents for the convention, such as recommended bylaws, amendments, and bylaws amendments, resolutions, etc.?
So the bylaws will go out in the call. The resolutions will be sent out and posted online. Those are not dictated to go at a certain time. And so it's not a hard rule on when we get the resolutions out. We do try to get them out ahead of time. I like to see them printed in the program, but sometimes we do get them a little late, or we get them from timeliness. Sometimes, if there's something going on in our country that the resolution committee, even though they have a deadline for you all to submit to them, they may see the need to give us a resolution that's kind of late. So we do try to give them that leeway. But as far as the bylaws, that is dictated by our bylaws, and that will go out in the call.
Now, I just want to ask Martha one last question. Again, how can someone donate to the convention to show extra support?
Well, you just go to the nfrw.org website. You can click on the convention link and look for the word sponsorships. All you got to do is click on that. You will enter your login and your password, and it will take you to a checkout page.
Well, this has been quite a terrific bite-sized tools, and right on the dot time-wise as well. So dear sisters, dear friends, our time is up. It's been such a joy, such a privilege, really, having you join us for another Bite-Sized Tools. This one on our convention was particularly special. Be sure to log in every month from the Capital Connection and our app to register and get the essential tools we all need to build leaders, energize communities, and keep America strong. On behalf of President Julie, the convention committee, the program committee, I look forward to seeing you at the biennial. Make sure to say hello. Take care and see you soon.
Bye. Thank you, ladies.
Bye-bye.